What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of Sunday Swim here. I'm Matty Fish 33. Subscribers, thank you for following along. Those of you new, don't forget to click and hit that like and subscribe button. Get those notifications. In the meantime, let's dive into it. I got a new tank to show you guys this week, and we're going to talk about what's been going on in the other tanks, just as we always do on every Sunday swim. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I know I've been talking about changing this tank up yet. Been a little bit stagnant on that, but you know, if you guys have been following along and saw a short from this past week, this guy right here, this Midnight Peacock or Midnight Peacock Hybrid, not quite sure which he is. He's still kind of, you know, at the advent of adulthood, but he could be becoming a daddy soon. This OB Peacock right here laid some eggs, caught them doing a dance on a short. If you haven't seen that back yet, go check it out. But there ain't really much else going on in this tank besides anything. This Frontosa still looking as beautiful as always. Blue Frontosa. I'm not quite sure which varietal he is, but you know, I need him to grow a little more. But I have a suspicion I might have gotten lucky and actually got a Zaire, which would be the rarest Frontosa, and if I did, that's awesome. But if somebody has more experience with Frontosas and would like to comment and tell me if they think otherwise, that'd be excellent too. Because again, just a beautiful fish all around regardless. This Sokolfi's grown so much. My Landias are both growing up quite a bit. But let's check out the 140 cube. So the 140 cubes, quite a few things going on in this tank. You know, some people could say, oh, I don't like this algae, but you know, I like it. It's a pretty red color. It's not going to harm the fish, and my snails keep it controlled. So just a little color contrast for a tank with African cichlids that you can't really do a lot of live plants in because they're just going to shred them. So, and it's good for water quality. So Tangerine Tiger, still trying to color up. Hasn't really quite got there yet. These guys do take some time though. This Blue Dolphin's have really been feeling himself this past week. As you can see, his head is really getting that dolphin type shape. Another guy that's really been feeling himself this past week is this Sila Tilapia. Really getting some blues coming out. Starting to get some yellows in his belly. And you know, it's funny, I go to record and he's dimmed down a bit, but as you can see, he's really starting to get there. The other one that's really kind of getting there, who's also kind of dulled down right now, it's probably because I had the lights off for most of the afternoon and I just turned the lights on. But there's VC10 over here, and he moved on me. There he goes. But this VC10 over here, really starting to get some good colors too. His pattern kind of comes and goes right now. But those guys are the next two that I think are really looking to color up. And then right behind them is probably going to be this Tangerine Tiger and or the Tetrachromis that's over here, who's also getting some nice color, but it, like, again, it comes and goes, it's flashes. So I said we got a new tank. Should we check it out? I think so. Dun dun dun. Sorry if anybody's disappointed. It is not the new big tank for all the haps to move into, but this is an important tank nonetheless. I think what I'm gonna do with this tank is get some ghost shrimp and make a colony of ghost shrimp so that I can breed ghost shrimp and just feed my fish a nice treat every now and again. As you see, there's a sponge filter in there. There's this little hang on the back. You know, I actually I live in a big apartment building, and somebody was getting rid of this little 10-gallon tank, and I got it for free. The sponge filter I obviously bought. As you can see, we have our seeded media. It's just a small bag of media that I took out of my sump that's been in there for a few weeks. And then the reason why there's a little overkill with this airstone and this bubbler and the hang on the back is this hang on the back, I've got it really turned down. I've just got it stuffed full. Use it for polishing in here. Sponge filter is going to be your main filtration. Seeded media is going to help seed all that good bacteria. And you see I got the old school fluorescent lights, as you can tell from the color difference. But yeah, hopefully I'll get some ghost shrimp in here soon. We'll start breeding ghost shrimp. And I can also use this for fry, even if there's some ghost shrimp in here, so you might see some fry in here at some point too. But this is going to be very key once the next big tank hits, and we're going to have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. So 112 doing well, crystal clear as always. And 140 doing well, crystal clear as always. Finally got these pothos to root a little bit more. Kind of hid them so the fish can't get at the roots, so that's helping. And then there's one last little detail on the 112 that's new to show you guys before we wrap up this Sunday. So I've been saying forever that I needed to get some light under here, so it's easier when I'm working on my sump. And there is now light underneath the stand. And I noticed I was getting some excess detritus in my sump, and just to kind of help clean it up, I threw a few snails down there. But other than that, no real crazy changes going on just yet. We've got the new tank, got lights on the sump finally. And as always, everybody living their best lives. Thank you for tuning into this week's Sunday swim, and we will see you guys in the next video. Just gonna end with a nice little through shot for you all. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Also, go Birds, beat Dallas.